Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I'm I'm here today to talk to everybody about depression, uh, its effects on my life, ways that I've worked through it, and what I do to continue to work through it every day. I'd like to start out by telling everybody that there's somebody out there that loves you. There's somebody that cares about you for who you are, and that everybody deserves to be loved. So, depression for me is something that I've struggled with almost my entire life. It's something that is a part of who I am and is a part of who I'm going to become. It, in many cases, has set me back in my life, but every day I still strive to try to succeed, to try and move forward, to try and better myself and others around me. Um, it's one of the most difficult things that I deal with every single day. Um, what is depression? Depression to me is when I wake up in the morning and I tell myself that, what's the point? Why am I here? This is useless. That's depression. That's a part of depression to me. Um, that's something that we have to try to overcome. That's something that we have to stop those thoughts and those processes and say, look, this is a lie. We do care about ourselves. We are going to succeed. We do stand a chance in this world. Everybody has a chance at the pursuit of happiness. Everybody not necessarily has a right, but an opportunity to be happy. They have an opportunity to succeed, to do the thing that they're meant to do in life, to fulfill their ID, their inner needs and wants. Um, Depression is something that every step of the way, every turn that you take in your life, every decision you make, it is an affecting factor. Um, it sometimes these negative thoughts and these negative intentions in our own minds and our own souls come from a bad situation that's happened in our lives, circumstances, things that we've been put through in our lives that are out of our control. Sometimes depression comes from a lack of fulfilling your ID or your placement in life, not knowing who you're meant to be or where you're supposed to, what you're supposed to do with yourself or your life, not knowing what makes you happy. Um, you know, there's a lot of different perspectives of depression, which can be hard, but you have to remember that gives you a lot of different angles to combat it, to move forward. All these different ways that depression negatively affects us or tries to attack us in our daily lives are all openings for ways for us to combat it, to move forward, to encourage our own selves, and knowing that so many of our friends and family struggle with depression. It's critically important for all of us to encourage all of the other people around us to do better, to succeed, to be happy. Let them know that there is somebody there for them, that there's somebody that loves them, for who they are. And we all have to be those people, and in doing those things for others, that will help you to combat your own depression. And when other people around you tell you that you can succeed and that you're going to succeed, you can start telling yourself that you can succeed, that you can be happy, that there is a way to make it through this life with a positive outlook. And we have to be there for each other. We have to support each other, and we have to support ourselves though too. Every time you get down and you hear yourself telling yourself, this is, this sucks, this is not okay. I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want this to be my life, and I'm worthless, or this isn't, anything like that. Any of these negative thoughts going through your head every single day. And I'm talking to so many people right now. You guys have to stop those thoughts. You have to say, no, That is not what I want to think. That is not who I want to be. I'm not a quitter. I'm not a failure. I am a strong, loving, caring individual. You know, I want to succeed in life. I can succeed, you know, and if you are having troubles or problems with being able to tell yourself these things, then you need to find somebody to talk to. You need to express those feelings to other people and put yourself around people that will build you up in that way, so that way you can begin to build yourself as well. Last year, I lost a very dear friend of mine to depression and drugs. This gentleman was somebody who I went to high school with. He was an upperclassman of mine. He was somebody that I went to Boy Scouts with. He was a mentor. He was a teacher. He was a friend. He was my leader for years. The guy talked me through depression when I was young, when I was in middle school and elementary school. He was always there for me. He always cared about me. Later on in his life, after he graduated out of high school, his mom began the battle with cancer, and she lost. This hit him really hard, and this caused him to spiral down into depression. And there was a lot of us that tried to talk him through it the best we could, but he distanced himself from all of us, and he began to use drugs, bad drugs, regularly, you know. And for several years, he fought a losing battle of the war against drugs in his own life. He would go periods of time using, and then he would stop, and he would try and better himself and try and move forward in life and overcome those things, and then he would relapse. It came to a point where, rather than relapsing, he chose to take his own life because he didn't want to be that person anymore. To this day, that's something that is a very hard struggle for me. He was a very important part of my life. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is I really don't want to see anybody that is a part of anybody's life, that is important to anybody, do the same thing, walk the same path, go through those experiences. Nobody deserves to feel like suicide is the better answer, because it's not. Nobody deserves to feel like hurting yourself is okay, because it's not. There are people out there that love you. There are people out there that care about you. I love you. I care about you for who you are. I want you to succeed in life, and by God, I will help you if you want me to, if you let me. I will do everything I can to encourage you to succeed in life, just like everybody else. You know, we got to be there for each other. We got to build each other up when we're down. You know, I'm going to go right back to this. Anybody can be a light pole. You know, anybody can defeat depression or their own self problems, or, you know, fulfill their own idea and create a standing light pole, or, you know, an entity of its own that, you know, is strong. But it takes groups of people working together, groups of light poles or beams, to create a building or a stable structure of life. And the bigger your building, the more beams you have, the stronger it becomes. And I don't believe that anybody out there is truly meant to be a light pole, but I believe that everybody is meant to be a part of a building in life. Everybody is meant to surround themselves and be a part of a group of people who protect each other and love each other and guide each other and encourage each other in positive ways. I believe that everybody has a place of belonging and a sense of need to be a part of something bigger. And it's the struggle and the want to be a part of those things that a lot of people struggle with every day. And we just have to continue to encourage each other to move forward, to be a part of those things, to try and not put ourselves forward by putting other people behind, but bringing everybody out, bringing everybody around us up together as one. You know, you can't build a building, a 5-story building one wall at a time. You have to build it one floor at a time, one level, you know, and anything's possible. You know, the biggest building in the world is yet to be built. The tallest tower in the world is yet to be built. You know, this world's young. Our life is, you know, all of us are young. We're still able to, you know, we have to push to succeed, push to move forward, to overcome depression and those negative thoughts in our lives. We have to push to be better people, to care about others around us, even when the other people around us don't care. We still have to be that example. We still have to push forward. And anybody can overcome depression, whether it be on their own or with help. Anybody can do it. You just have to have faith in yourself and who you are. You have to tell yourself that you love yourself, that you're okay with who you are as a person, that things will get better. And I promise you they will. Not right away, but you know what? Small steps over time make it long distance. You know? And on that note, I just want to tell you guys, I love you all. I want you to have an amazing day. And please like, share, comment, give me some ideas, some suggestions, things that are on your mind, things that you need somebody to talk about, you know, questions that you have about life or where you're at. And please subscribe, and more than anything, share this with other people. Let everybody see what's going on, let everybody know that there is somebody out there that cares about you. So until next time, love you guys. Peace.